Welcome back to the Mass Retirees Weekly Update. Today's Friday, March 25th. I'm Sean Duhamel. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining with us again this week. Now, I'm delighted to have two very special guests join us this Friday. Association President Frank Healey is with us, as well as Massachusetts Attorney General Maura Healey. But before I jump into today's platform, I want to provide a quick update to all of our members that this afternoon at 1 o'clock Eastern Time is our next virtual teletown hall event. The topic of discussion today will be your health insurance, and specifically the State Group Insurance Commission's Unicare plan. We're going to be joined today for a full hour by Unicare General Manager David Morales, who's going to talk a little bit about what's happening at Unicare, but most importantly, take your questions and hear directly from our members about what is most important to you when it comes to your health insurance. So if you're available this afternoon, please join us. Again, there are multiple ways that you can participate in today's meeting. We're going to take your questions. Full details are contained in today's email message, as well as in our newsletter on page 3 and on the back of your Mass Retirees membership card. So again, join us this afternoon at 1 o'clock. It's a meeting you're not going to want to miss. Now, in terms of health insurance, as all of you know, this is a key issue for all public retirees on an ongoing basis. But over the coming year, we're at a critical time with the State Group Insurance Commission going out for new procurement for all the healthcare plans, as well as the pharmaceutical benefits. And healthcare is an ever-evolving situation and process, both here in Massachusetts as well as nationally. In addition, you know that we are constantly working to make improvements to our public pension systems, and most specifically right now, the cost of living adjustment. Both of those issues were topics that we discussed with the Attorney General Maura Healey back in February when she took time out of her schedule to come up to our office at 11 Beacon Street. We spent over an hour just one-on-one with Maura and our staff talking about the ins and outs of the things that are most important to our members, answering her questions, and really having a very deep, meaningful conversation about all of the things that are, as I said, most important to all of you. Now, following that meeting, and I should add that it's no secret that Maura is one of the candidates running for governor here in Massachusetts. With Governor Baker's decision not to seek re-election, it is an open seat. So this is a very pivotal election in terms of Massachusetts and what's going to come next. And we feel it's very important for us as your representatives to analyze all of the candidates and make a choice in terms of which candidates for public office we feel are going to best represent our values as an association and be there for public retirees and support the issues that are most important to public retirees. So as part of that process, a week ago, we conducted a survey of our membership. This is a very important decision going forward. We wanted to solicit, I should say, the opinions of our members. And I'm going to turn it over to our association president, Frank Healey, to discuss the results of that survey and what's going to come next in terms of our involvement in the 2022 election process. Frank?
John, thank you. First, I'd like to thank all our members for joining us today in this very important announcement. And also special thanks to Attorney General Maura Healey for taking the time to be with us today. As Sean indicated, recently we had the survey which had two major questions with it, the governor's race and the lieutenant governor's race. Basically, our survey was to get an understanding, a preference of what who our members felt would be the best governor and lieutenant governor in the upcoming state elections. And the survey was structured for both the primary and the final elections. In both the primary and final elections, there was overwhelming support for Maura Healey to be our next governor. In addition to these results, I'd like to just bring to our members' attention at this time that, our ability to frequently maintain contact with her office throughout her tenure as Attorney General has been terrific. And, her overall record serving working class people of Massachusetts as Attorney General, our decision to endorse is with complete confidence. And I have to diverge a little bit to a personal experience I had with the Attorney General several years after you elected me as your president. The Group Insurance Commission made a major decision eliminating several major plans which affected the lives and the choice and basically access to preferred plans. It was going to affect thousands of retirees. That day, unsolicited, I got a phone call from the Attorney General, Maura Healey, asking me if there was something she could do to help the retirees. Now, as far as I'm concerned, in my opinion, Maura Healey has a proven record, and I personally experienced that, of helping working class people. And for sure, Maura Healey will be there for all retirees. So with the results of the members' survey and the proven record that Maura Healey understands that the mass retirees do exist and we have a purpose in life, we had discussions with our senior executive staff, John Duhamel, CEO, Tom Bonarigo, our legislative chairman, Nancy McGovern, who is our legislative liaison, as well as Bill Reary, our general counsel. And it was our unanimous opinion that we not only felt that Maura Healey is the most qualified and experienced candidate, she certainly will be a governor who will support the mass retirees' mission of protecting, enhancing, and supporting, serving mass retirees of Massachusetts. So, given all those factors, it's my pleasure to introduce to you today our endorsed candidate for governor, Maura Healey.
Frank, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, mass retirees, for your endorsement. This means so much to me. It means so much to me for a number of reasons, but first and foremost, I come from a family of public servants. My mom was a school nurse. She's still a school nurse working to this day. My stepdad was a high school history teacher and coach, head of his local union as well. And I just so appreciate the work that retirees have done in their careers. As somebody in government, I can't tell you how much respect and regard I have for those who work in the public sector, who work, in so many capacities in our cities and towns around the state. Thank you for the work that you have done. Thank you for choosing to spend your energies and your time and your talents in trying to further the public good. So it means an awful lot to me to have the endorsement and the support of mass retirees. As I mentioned, my mom was a school nurse, and she raised us a lot on her own for many years after my folks got divorced. And she taught the five of us, I'm the oldest and a little bit bossy. She taught the five of us the importance of trying to take care of one another, trying to look after community and look out for other people. And I think those are values and principles that were instilled in me at an early age, and really what resulted in my eventually going into public service. Some of you know I'm a point guard. In between college and law school, I played a little bit of professional basketball, and point guards are the ones who like to make things happen. They're called the playmakers, and they try to organize people and make things happen. And the most important statistic for a point guard is the assist. It's not the points scored, it's the assist, making the pass so that somebody else can make the shot. And I have benefited from tremendous teammates. I built out a team of nearly 600 people in the Attorney General's office, your Attorney General's office, who've worked really hard to try to deliver results across the state. And that's what I intend to do as governor. As governor, I want that strong team. I want that strong collaboration. I want to work and support mass retirees as well as governor. I want to tackle things like the high cost of living, which I know are hurting families right now. High cost of housing. I know the importance of the ability to access healthcare, for example. I know the importance as well of investments in mental health. Having been the person who took on Purdue Pharma and the Sacklers, I know that too many families around the state are still dealing with the devastating impacts of the opioid crisis. I know these are things that you all care about, and I want you to know that in me, you'll have a governor who will listen, who will try to bring compassion and empathy to people's experience, and to try to take care of people. And that means absolutely addressing and keeping up with the rising cost of living. It means protecting your pension plans. It means protecting access to high quality health care. For all the work and all the service that you have given to this great state, you deserve nothing less. So this is a campaign, and I'd be grateful for support. Anybody who wants to volunteer or knock doors or get out there, we'll have some fun and we'll get after it. And I know the power of this incredible organization. And I am humbled and grateful to receive this endorsement.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Maura. And we are
Thank
thrilled
you.
we are thrilled to be in your corner and very much looking forward to continuing to work with you. Should you be victorious in November. Now, for those members of ours who are interested in getting involved in your campaign, how can they go about doing so?
Well, the first thing is you can go to maurahealey.com and sign up. There's an easy way to be a volunteer. We're looking for delegates at the convention, of course, in June in Worcester. That's super important. And, obviously looking to try to create and raise awareness. I think a lot of people, Sean, don't even realize that there's an election on this year, or that Charlie Baker is not going to be governor again. And so, I think breaking through to people is really important. Talking to your family members, talking to your kids, talking to your loved ones, your neighbors, your former coworkers, and making sure they understand who I am, what my record's about, and just help me. That is probably, those are a few ideas. I'm sure we could give you others, but the word of mouth, the validation is really, it's a people business. I learned that a long time ago. My second favorite job to being Attorney General, and even more of my favorite job than playing pro basketball, was when I was a waitress at the Hampton Beach Casino, which was not a casino, but a music hall. And, it was just the ability to interact with such a variety of people and engage with people. This is what it's all about. And so, that's the kind of engagement, excitement, interaction I'm looking for now.
Perfect. Well, as I said, we are very much looking forward to working with you. And for those members who are, interested of why it is that we're making an endorsement or getting behind a campaign, this has been very much the Mass Retirees way of doing things since we were founded in 1968. We have never shied away from politics, and we have made clear to our members that we stand with those who stand with us. It's as simple as that. Health insurance, pension benefits, COLA, dedication to a defined benefit pension system. Those are all the elements that we look for, and more, we're very confident that those are values that you share in common with us and with our members. So again, thank you for taking the time today. Thank you for meeting with us for well over an hour back in February. We had a very, very down to earth and detailed conversation on the issues that are so important to us. So Frank, I'm going to give you the final word here, and then we'll wrap it up for today.
Well, we'll be doing whatever we can, Maura, to help you. And please let us know if there's anything more we can do. And we will continue to be by your side and tell our members who we are endorsing and why we're endorsing. And our members do vote, and we will make sure they do the same this year.
Terrific. Well, again, so honored, and many thanks to Frank and Sean and the executive board and all of you members again for what you've contributed and done. And we want to make sure that we preserve a healthy and happy life for you all and your families here in this state.
Thank you again.
Thank you again, Maura.
Take care.
You too.